guys, how are you today? Thank you so much for joining me. I am Jennifer and this is my weekly intuitive channel. This week the reading is for Monday, August the 18th through 18th. Wait, that was like 2 days ago. Monday, August the 22nd, try that again, right through to and including Sunday the 28th. I had double checked the dates before I started recording this, and then of course I don't know where the 22nd came into being, but however, it is what it is, right? Nothing's perfect. So speaking of which, I am still in the hotel. House hasn't closed yet. It's not due to close till the beginning of this week, and I'm recording this on Sunday. So it's supposed to close tomorrow when this video comes out, but there's a chance it might not. So yesterday I was very reactive when I heard that this was a possibility, and I felt very frustrated and angry. And then I had to remind myself that, accept how I was feeling about it, but remind myself that I didn't have to be in that place of reactivity and frustration, that I can breathe into it, take a step back from the situation, and choose how I want to respond. So obviously, it's just simply because things are not, and it's not even a sure thing, it's just a possibility. So the possibility that things might not fall into place on time. And I feel like I've been waiting and waiting because I'm so tired of living in a hotel, and I just so desperately want a place to call home. It is coming. So I just had to mentally take a step back from the situation, remind myself of the bigger picture. Everything happens for a reason. Everything is in perfect timing. Intuitively, I feel like it is going to close on time, but there's that nagging thing that was put into, the space around it that it might not. But I'm just saying all this because I know in life, in our experience as, a human being, there's always circumstances that come up that we find frustrating because they don't play out as we want them to. So it's, it's reminding yourself that, and not judging ourselves to have these negative emotions. They're just emotions that are based on belief systems, beliefs that we have about a situation or our wants, our personal agenda. But it's taking a step back, reminding yourself you are not any of that, and you have a choice in how you want to respond to the situation. So looking at the bigger picture, things are still happening moving forward, whatever it might be for you in a situation. Removing myself from it mentally, knowing, accepting that my feelings of frustration are based on my beliefs. It is what it is. It is part of the human experience. So changing my focus, basically, journaling it out, recognizing it for what it is. And I know there was more I wanted to say on this, but it's not coming to me at the moment. I went for a long walk today with Jackson and connected with nature, getting grounded again, back into my body, and which really did help. Jackson went for a couple dips in some swampy water, so as soon as I'm done doing this reading, I got to take him for a bath. I'm actually just going to plop him in the bathtub here and give him a good rinse, maybe a little bit of my shampoo, and then lots of rinsing because he is stinky and I don't want him sleeping with me when he smells like that. So anyways, so I'm sorry, I feel like I'm babbling a little bit, but I just wanted to share that experience with you. So if you are ever in any situation, if you're going through a situation like that this week, or whenever you happen to see this video, just to, as a reminder that not to judge yourself for having reactions, negative, reactions. Again, that's a belief system. They're just emotions based on beliefs. So take a step back, look at the bigger picture, and know that it's temporary, right? It's all temporary. So the situation is temporary, whatever it is you might be going through, the emotions are temporary. Don't deny the emotions, just accept them. Have acceptance into the current situation. It is what it is. And I mean, seriously, in a big scheme of things, it's just a very minor setback. And in my situation, it might not even be. So, whatever. Okay, let's get on with the reading. So I'm going to, again, do 3 rows. I do read intuitively, so I do enjoy doing just the 3 rows. We'll tune into what the current energies are for this week, and then in the first 2 rows, and then the 3rd row will be messages from your higher self. Okay. Okay, so the current energies, we're starting off with the 10 of Wands. So, yeah, this kind of actually resonates with what I was just saying about getting caught up in the situation and not seeing what's coming ahead. So it's changing your focus. So in the here and now, with the 10 of Wands, this new endeavor that you're on is feeling a little overwhelming, and you are almost blocking your own view because of feeling like there's a lot going on, and you're so focused on the here and now and what you can directly see in front of you, or what you want to happen, that you're not looking at the big picture, you're not looking beyond what's beyond that. And you are feeling like you are on this journey alone and trying to do it all alone. In the next card following this, we have the 3 of Pentacles, and this is to remind you that you aren't alone in this journey. This is a collaborative journey. There are people around you who are there to help and bring into being what this is that you're starting. And then next we have another 3. So we have the Empress. So we have that major arcana card, and the Empress is about that abundance and being in the flow of life. So I think that this little hiccup with that 10 is just what it is, just a minor hiccup. It's not, it's a reminder that, again, what I just said about not, I feel like I want to say, put down those wands, put down the bundle, just surrender it, and trust the situation. I know I am still personally trying to just surrender what I had just said, surrendering that need to control the situation when I can't personally. So then we're moving into the next row. We have the 8 of Cups. So, and this again is about, walking away from what no longer serves you. And we're dealing, because with that moon there, it's about those shadow aspects. So again, those belief systems that are so deeply ingrained that we carry them. We're so conditioned that we don't know, or we don't recognize so many aspects of ourselves in our core, right to our core of things that we are conditioned to believe. I mean, we are, I think, as human beings, conditioned. This is what the experience is. and unraveling that, you know, as you wake up and you start to realize, and then start unraveling this. I mean, there's layers and layers and layers of releasing, and remembering who you truly are, and bringing your power back into you, because every limiting belief and condition that we carry pulls a little bit of power out of us, or dims our light just a little bit. So that 8 of Cups is about walking away from what no longer serves you. So those beliefs. And I also want to point out that the 10 of Wands, which is right beside the 8 of Cups, the 10 of Wands is walking towards the 8 of Cups, but the 8 of Cups has his back towards. So they very much are in line with each other in what I'm talking about. So that feeling of not seeing the forest for the trees, or being caught up in the situation currently in front of you and needing to step back, is again related to our limiting beliefs and conditioning. And so just moving on here, we have the 7 of Pentacles. So in this process of recognizing some more aspects of our conditioned self, we are, and bringing into the world where we're going and who we're becoming who we truly are, remembering that we have it's about taking that time to reflect. So the 7 of Pentacles is about stopping, looking at a situation or where you are in your life right now, the choices you've made, seeds you've planted, recognizing that you are where you are now based on decisions made on, again, the conditioning, the beliefs. And again, I feel like it's important not to judge anything on where you are now, but surrender into it. He is in contemplation in this card, the 7 of Pentacles. He is in total contemplation. He's looking at what he has created as a lesson, so to speak. It's just a quiet reflection on, this is where I am now based on who I was. And that's followed by the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is actually facing the Empress. And so the Queen of Cups is, again, it's about being in that flow, being abundant, but also trusting that intuition. Same with the Empress. And she is actually facing the Empress. So there is a maturing. It feels like a maturing of the emotional self. It's stepping into another level of maturity along the path here, because it's about taking responsibility for yourself, your emotions, and your reactions. Not your reactions, your responses. Reactions are unconscious. Responses are purely conscious, totally in awareness, because you are choosing how you want to respond to a situation. And isn't that the truth in all things in life that are outside of our control, which is everything? The only thing we can control is our response, and that's it. So it's just about stepping up into that another level of emotional maturity, and really that's it. So a very the first 2 rows are really interesting to me, because they just feel very introspective and on everything I just said leading up to it. So I guess that was part of the reason I felt I had to share what I did, because it was a big part of the reading, because honestly I wasn't going to talk about that at all, but I just had to go with what I felt compelled to share. So in the final row, and this is the messages from our higher self and our guides, we're starting off with the 10 of Cups, which is a victory. So whatever this little feeling of being stuck or stagnation, as long as you kind of follow the, not really advice, but the guidance reflected in the cards here about acknowledging what the belief is that you are holding, or that is creating the emotion. So for me, it is that, you know, I expected things to line up and happen in a certain way. Whether or not they do is out of my control, but I found frustration in that possibility, which was based on the belief or my want, which was creating the frustration, right? So by acknowledging it is what it is and taking a step back, choosing how I want to respond, whether instead of reacting. So letting that stuff go, walking away from it, realizing that you are the gardener in your own life, as for this 7 of Pentacles. So you are the creator of your experiences and the abundance. So as long as you have that contemplative time and you can recognize these aspects of yourself as a human being, you will be successful in the endeavor you are working on this week. So there is a victory in that 10 of Cups, success, followed by the Wheel of Fortune, which is all about lessons. So this is a big lesson happening this week. Again, stepping up into that Queen of Cups, that another level of emotional maturity. And then, interestingly enough, we have the 7 of Swords. And I think this card is just talking about, it almost feels like a little bit of a cautionary tale to me. So it's about keep moving forward. Don't fall back into old belief patterns. So he's looking behind him. So he's got these swords, and so these would be representing your thoughts and your communication, things that you tell yourself. And he's looking back. So he's looking behind him. And so it's about, don't look back. Take your new thoughts, create these thoughts, these positive thoughts into the world to keep creating what you want, and don't fall back into old ways. And I think that is all that is about. Otherwise, you're going to be relearning this lesson at some point, but it's just a gentle reminder. So very interesting. What else do we have here? I'm just checking. So we have, so we have 3 10s represented in this reading. So 3s are about creation and co-creation, and 10s are about the end of a cycle. So we have, actually that explains this whole reading right there. So we have the 3 10s, so the creation and the end of a cycle. So this is about how a lesson learned in that Queen of Cups, so it's the end of a cycle, and you choosing how you want to create your reality through your beliefs. And then we also have, we have 2 3s represented as well. So we have in 2s, there's a balance, and again 3 with the creativity. So it's a balancing the spiritual self with the human self and co-creating that way. And we also have 2 7s. Anyways, it's just interesting to see that what's going on here. So keep moving forward, no judging yourself for being human, because you have to go through all the emotions, all the experiences, but just remember to take that step back and remember you have choices on how you want to respond instead of react. And it's just another leveling up in the whole experience. So that is the reading for this week. Overall, I think it's actually a very lovely reading, a great reflection for the general population, or for most of the population. This is a general reading, so hopefully it resonated with you. There was something else I was going to say and it just went out my mind. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful week. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It is free to subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a video. At this point in time, it is every Monday. At some point in the future, I am planning on doing astrological readings once I get settled and things in my new home. And until then, you please take care of yourself and remember that you are loved, you are love, and that I love you. Take care. Bye for now.